At the beginning of the film, we see Chloe at the airport. Chloe was a single parent and today was her day. The plan had to be cancelled due to her flight. Lo had come to meet them at the airport, and during this time her one who were making videos about the disasters happening in the city. Then that reporter says to one, "All this that is happening, God had already decided and written in the tile." Chloe heard these words and finally said to that lady, "If God knows everything, then why is he letting innocent people meet? He can also save them." The lady had no answer to Chloe's question, so she left, and Chloe went and sat in the waiting area. Just then, the reporter came to thank Chloe because Chloe had saved him from the lady. He sits right next to Chloe, and Chloe tells him that my mum has a lot of bills on her lap. We often have such arguments. Here we now see Chloe's dad, who was dead before and has taken off his wedding ring this time. He now sees Chloe and the reporter sitting in the waiting area. He feels that the two of them have become friends. Here, Chloe also immediately goes to meet her dad and asks him to mend his relationship with her mum. Dad said, "I don't think we can fix it. Our marriage happened quite a while ago. Everything was fine, but over time everything deteriorated since our mum started believing so much in God. They bring God into everything and this has ruined our relationship." After saying this, her dad leaves, after which Chloe goes to have coffee with the reporter again. They were talking about the same topic of how people's belief in God becomes excessive. Just then, an airport employee comes to them and gives them 2 tickets to London. Dad felt that Chloe liked the reporter. They sent these tickets so they could spend more time together. She didn't want the tickets. She gives these tickets to the reporter. Chloe's dad was about to board the plane, and after entering the plane, the report pilot returns the ticket. Chloe had already left for home. In the car, she also found her dad's batting, which made her quite sad. The first person she met was her brother, whom she hugged tightly, and Chloe was very happy. Now she was with her mum. She had come to talk to her mum about her dad. She wanted their relationship to be like before, but her science had once again highlighted the issue, and in such a situation, a fight breaks out between them, and to feel better, Chloe goes to the palace with her brother. These people do enjoy themselves here, but Chloe's brother asks Chloe when everything will be alright in our world. Hearing this, Chloe became a little sad again, but to keep her brother's spirits up, she hugged him and said everything would be fine soon. She was just talking about this when suddenly her brother disappeared. She was left holding only his clothes and she couldn't understand what was happening. What happened with her was that when she looked around, many people in the mall had disappeared and there was chaos everywhere. Chloe had not even gotten up from her place when she saw a car coming into the mall from a distance. She quickly enters the mall as the car crashes through the glass. Chloe saw that the car's driver had also disappeared, which is why the car had gone out of control. Where many people were panicking in the mall, many others started looting after seeing the situation. When they went outside, it was because many drivers in the cars were also missing. In Dad's plane on the wrist, we see that initially everything was fine, but suddenly the plane shook badly. Mises looked around in astonishment and discovered that many of the people sitting with them had disappeared. Now the plane was also heading in a different direction. One there went to check and found that the other pilot had also disappeared. Taya had managed to control the plane, but how everyone disappeared here was a mystery. The reporter was making his recording on the plane. He started watching the recording to see how people disappeared from here, but even in this recording, he doesn't see anything, just that people disappeared. Due to the disappearance of their fellow people, FP was packed. Only they knew that more people had disappeared in the world, and aggressively, he went to save the cockpit. Then the reporter explains to everyone that we shouldn't be aggressive, but rather find a solution. However, people's anger wasn't subsiding. The pilot reduces the plane's oxygen level to calm down all the passengers and releases oxygen masks for everyone. When everyone has difficulty breathing, they all sit in their respective seats. Here, the pilot was also continuously trying to contact airline, but they were not getting any response. If they now tell their passengers that even I don't know what's happening here, and I'm not getting any answers to this. But instead of panicking in this difficult situation, we should all relax and find a solution to the problem. But here everyone was busy crying and wailing. The reporter also started interviewing the families and fans of the missing people. Everyone reported that they did not feel they had achieved anything here, but suddenly, along with them, their family members disappeared. Only their clothes were left here. Here, another person went to the washroom to take medicine and informed the reporter, "This is not real." There was also a Muslim man who believed in God. He felt everyone was conspiring against him. A boy got up. He argued why we would conspire with you. This has all been done by the God, and because we all have different gods. Or it's never cheers. Here, the pilot was not looking for a place in New York to bring the emergency because he had also done quite a bit. The click shows that she had successfully made it from the mall to her car. Before she could get into the car and leave, she saw a plane approaching from the front with no pilot inside. Seeing the plane approaching, she moved to the side, but the plane crashed into her car and completely destroyed it. What could Chloe do? She started walking ahead when two bikers came and snatched her handbag. She wanted to run after them but saw that a bus had fallen down. Seeing this, she became terribly frightened. She went down to help the people who had fallen from the bus but saw that all the people from the bus had disappeared, and at this time there was no one in the bus. Someone walks up to a road and sees the same chaos that they have seen before. She was continuously trying to call her mom, but there was no response. On this road too, many car crashes occur as they rush past a shop which many people were looting. Suddenly, someone donates money to it, but Chloe runs away from there. As she went further, she saw a board placed near the clothes of the missing man, which read, "End is here," meaning the world is about to end. When she saw the news, it was all about destruction everywhere, not only in New York, but similar disappearances had occurred all over the world. Chloe now hoped that her mom might be at the hospital. She tried to enter the hospital and saw that there was not much space to go inside. Chloe came to the other side, broke the barrier, and entered the hospital. But here too, there was a lot of chaos. Upon arriving, Ness informed her that all the young children had disappeared. Not just from any hospital, but from the entire world. We shift back to yesterday's plane, which was trying to make an emergency landing, but then another plane appeared on their radar. They tried to contact that plane, but it shows that both pilots in that plane have disappeared. However, there were many passengers on that plane, but they couldn't do anything for the plane in front on the floor. They try to maneuver their plane away from that plane, but they are not completely successful. The wing of their plane collides with the other plane and happens. The reporter sees from the window of a plane that the other plane had completely crashed and was starting to fall down. It wasn't a plane, it was a small man. All the work is of the Muslim man sitting in this plane. He opened his bag and started checking, but apart from an electric iron, he didn't find anything, and the small man started getting angry at the Muslim man. Then one man calmed him down and explained that humans do not have any technology that allows them to live stream humans. This must be the work of aliens or some advanced civilization. Here, the wing of their plane was also shaking badly. The reporter calls the air hostess and shows her all this, and the air hostess tells the pilot everything. So the reporter takes its picture and comes to the pilot, who said that actually our wing is damaged, which will make it quite difficult for us to land. The pilot needed to do the inspection himself, but because the other pilot wasn't available, he again asked Cameron, the news reporter, to go and check the position, and he saw that fuel was leaking out of the wing. Before he could tell the pilot about this, a lady starts crying and says she needs to go somewhere where her son has gone. Cameron starts to console her, and during this time, one of the plane's wings catches fire, or it was due to the continuous leakage of fuel. Seeing the fire, the passengers and even the reporter, instead of calming everyone down, goes and tells the first one that it has now come into it. The pilot said, "I can't do anything to extinguish it because the plane already has very little fuel. I just don't want this plane to reach New York when the fuel runs out." In the meantime, it is shown that the fire that had started was also extinguished because the fuel in that wing had run out, and it wants to show us someone who had now come near their home. She looked at her table. Everyone was sad because they had lost someone. Chloe was at home with heavy steps. She kept calling for her mom but couldn't find her in the house. She only found her jewelry in the weather. After that, she found her mom's Bible inside, which she had left a note for Chloe. Seeing this, Chloe gets angry and throws the Bible out of her house. And today she was very broken. They asked the father what is happening and why it is happening. Then the father said it is all good. The people who have left from here have gone directly to heaven. God has also taken the children because the coming times are very difficult, and He does not want to show this difficult time to those who love Him. Chloe did not trust them on anything, so she left in anger. We see someone who was quite sad on the plane. He found the pilot's watch, and when he picked it up and looked at it, it had Zone 360 written on it. This was a verse from the Bible which tells that people believe in God. In the meantime, the air hostess here brings a P1 note which mentions a verse from the Bible, reading which it was first understood that God has taken away all the people who believed in Him, and perhaps his wife might have gone. Meanwhile, inside the plane, a woman blamed everyone. She thought her husband had done all this. Everyone here tries to relax her for stealing her daughter, and that woman had boarded this plane after taking drugs at the start of the movie. They say that I read in the Bible during my childhood that a day will come when those who love Him will be taken from this world. I wish all these people have gone to heaven. Hearing this, she, Danlal Lekki, completely breaks down and tells everyone that she cannot live without her daughter. She couldn't even think of living without her. That's why she thinks of shooting herself. But here, Camelon reporter somehow relaxes her. Now Camelon enters the cockpit where the pilots were trying to connect with the airport. In this, someone even came there to share with him and informed him that people have disappeared from the entire world. He already knew it. He tells them that he wants to land at New York Airport, but he is informed that landing there is not possible because many planes have already crashed there. There is no place to land from there. Bachi was also clearly hearing all this. Before the pilot could take any more advice, their connection is lost. Then Cameron tells the pilot that he has a satellite phone, and if he wishes, he can use it to talk to his daughter one last time, because it was now certain that they were going to die. The pilot was very emotional at this time. He says that he wants to apologize to his daughter one last time. At this time, he was looking at the tickets in his hand that he had given to his daughter. He says Chloe wanted me and my wife to be well. Our relationship was bad, in which my wife was not at fault. It was only my fault. Whenever my wife talked about God, I would argue with her where we see Chloe, who was now walking on the sad beach. She felt that no one in her family was alive anymore, and she shouldn't be alive either. Thinking this, she climbs onto the bridge and is about to commit suicide when suddenly her mobile saves her. At this time, it was a call from Tamron report. He tells her that he wants to cross her diet, then first takes her phone from today and tells her, "Look, I love you very much, and whatever was between me and your mom, it wasn't your mom's fault." Here, the pilot also tells his daughter that they can no longer land the plane, because there is no area left for landing. They will die now. Before Chloe could say anything else to us or say something to them, her signal drops. Chloe quickly gets up and sits on a bike near the bridge. Here we see Chloe's dad on the plane, where he gives the passengers the bad news that they cannot safely land their plane anywhere. Their plane will crash in the air and everyone will die. It's better to remember God on time. On the other hand, we do what was coming to a construction site while rest riding. She knew about it. There was a very open roll here on which her dad could line his plane. After pairing some places, she quickly calls her dad and tells him that she has found a place to land. But the plane's compass was also not working, so Chloe sent her location. But still, the plane was struggling with altitude. They were trying to find the place where they had to land. Now, there was very little fuel left in the plane. They couldn't wait any longer. In the meantime, someone calls their dad again, and their dad suggests that at the place she has chosen, they should turn on a big light or illuminate it so that we can see the place and line there. Payloy quickly gets out of the car without wasting time, drains the fluid from her car, and sets it on fire. Due to the fire, the pilot was able to see the location. Chloe was still on the path where the plane needed to line up. She was quickly moving ahead of the truck, but then noticed the fire behind, which had flared up significantly. In all this, her truck crashes and gets stuck on the side, and the plane arrives here. The plane, while descending, collided with some cables, but fortunately, nothing happened to the plane because of this. However, the wing of the plane that was damaged was now about to hit the ground. In such a situation, there could have been an explosion, but the pilot saved JP and finally managed a crash landing. The plane was rapidly moving forward where someone was in a truck. She was very frightened and ducked her head, but luckily the plane passed over her without incident. Now, there was a gas tank ahead which the plane was about to collide with. If the plane had collided, the gas tank would have exploded and all these people would have been killed. Before the plane could crash into the gas tank, the pilot manages to apply the brakes. All the passengers inside the plane were safe, making the air hostess very happy, and she immediately opened the emergency light. Quickly, all the passengers come out and the reporter Cameron and the pilot had also exited the plane. Seeing this, Cliff first goes and hugs the reporter and gives her dad their wagging. These people were now standing here in tension, watching the destruction of the city. They were all very scared when Chloe's dad said, "That's it, this is the world." To which Chloe replied, "No, this is just the beginning of the destruction." As soon as she said that, the story ends here.